Hi folks, and thanks for stopping by Hemingway's Tractor. I'm getting a bit of a late start on this video. About a week ago I purchased a John Deere Quik Knect PTO hookup, and I meant to get a video out quickly on that one, and I just didn't get around to it. As they say, life got in the way. So we're going to do it this week. It's a pretty easy hookup. There's not a lot to do other than changing out the universal joint on the actual implement drive shaft to the PTO. We have to take the old one off so we can get the factory connector off and put the Quik Knect on it. But other than that, everything else is pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and should be easy to do. So let's get going. Okay, the tractor portion is extremely simple. This is the piece that slides onto the PTO output shaft, and it's a matter of sliding it on, lining it up, and just sliding that collar into place. What you want to make sure you do is keep the end of this level with the end of the output shaft of the PTO. And then once you get it lined up, simply a matter of sliding this collar back into place. It's locked in. You're ready to go. That's the tractor part. That's the easy. Now we move on to the implement drive shaft. Okay, while there were no tools required for the tractor portion of the Quik Knect, the PTO drive shaft side is a little bit different. So what we have out today, got a pair of channel lock pliers, flat screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and some snap ring pliers. If you're not familiar with snap ring pliers, there's two types. There's the type that you squeeze and they spread the snap ring apart, and then there's the type where you squeeze and they bring the snap ring together. So they have this is a set that I bought at Advanced Auto Parts, and it's pretty simple. It's two pliers in the set. You can adjust these in different ways. Simply unscrew the little nut here, and you can take these out, and they have different size pins for the pliers, and they also can go in different positions. So you can have it straight up, you can have it at an angle, or you can have it at 90 degrees, which is what I have. If I can get it back in there, there we go, 90 degrees. So snap ring pliers, screwdrivers, one of each, and a pair of channel locks. Now, what you have to do first to take the PTO shield off, I went ahead and got this off, but I'll give you a demonstration just of what it is. There is a set screw, that's the Phillips head, that holds the collar from spinning off of the lock ring itself. The lock ring is just 3 plastic tabs that the shield sits on and locks into place to keep it tight. So when this is in place, you undo the set screw, you rotate the shield, the portion of the shield that goes over the U-joint itself, you rotate it, the portion where it lines up with these tabs, and then you can slide it off. You may have to take your screwdriver and pry a little bit just to get the tab to go through, but it's pretty simple. It's not rocket surgery, as they say. So you need to take that portion off in order to be able to get to the snap rings on the U-joint. Now, the first portion of the U-joint you want to take off is, of course, the part with the connector for the shaft to the PTO shaft itself. This is what we're changing out. This is very difficult for me to handle with my multiple sclerosis, so I needed something a little bit easier than having to try to hold this collar back and then also slide the PTO shaft on, get everything lined up. It's just much easier with the Quik Knect. So we'll go ahead and get that changed out, and everything should be copacetic. And poof, it's done. Simple as that. Need me to show you again? Let's do a real quick recap. Poof, it's done. Simple as that. Okay, to be fair, what happened, I got the snap rings off of the U-joint, and started pressing it out, and was unable to get the needle bearing caps off of the U-joint, so I couldn't get it off the old connector. I fought with it for about an hour and decided, it's not working for me. So I took it to a local driveline shop, and in a matter of 10 or 15 minutes, they had it all swapped out for me. Cost me about 25 bucks, but that was worth not having to fight with it for another hour, and got it back and ready to go. So the only thing left to do now is to reassemble the safety shield and put it back on the rotary cutter, and we'll be set to hook it up and go. What I'm going to do, since I have it apart right now, I'm going to go ahead and grease up the PTO shaft, or the driveline shaft, just to make sure that we've got a good coat of grease on that. It's going to sit over the winter probably without getting much used to it, so I don't want it to seize up before I get a chance to use it next year. I'm going to cut the field one more time before we put it to bed, and then it's going to, like I said, sit for a while. So let's go ahead and get that greased up, and we'll start putting everything back together. I'm going to go ahead and lube up the U-joint while we've got it apart now. Okay, once you get the tabs back through the shield, you need to rotate it so it locks in place. And then what we'll do is we'll put the little set screw back in, and we'll be ready to reassemble it. Okay, folks, well, the execution of that didn't go quite as smoothly as I'd hoped for, but we did get it finished in the end. Again, if it's something that you would like to do, it may be simpler to take the implement part of the PTO shaft into a driveline shop and have them swap that out for you. The tractor side's obviously very easy with no tools required, and should be able to do it pretty quick. There are other Quik Knect systems out there. The PTO Link is one. This was the John Deere Quik Knect. So you might want to compare which one will work best for your application. The PTO Link is truly a no tools required system, and the advantage to it is that you can take it off the implement side and switch it over to another implement. Whereas with the John Deere Quik Knect, once you get it on your implement without taking the universal joint off again, it's pretty much there until you change it out. So those are some things to consider. The PTO Link is also a little bit less expensive than the John Deere. It's just a matter of which you prefer. I appreciate you stopping by. I would really appreciate a thumbs up and maybe a subscription by you. Stop by again and we'll have some more information about tractors, and hope to see you soon.